Hello and welcome to TLC Online. My name is Alexander Ore. Today we'll be looking at how to create reflections in Photoshop. If you were standing on a glass or you put a cup on a glass, then that cup will have some sort of reflection through the glass, and in a way any surface at all that can reflect light, or you find that anything you place on it is going to have some sort of reflection. And these are some of the little things that you can put in your artwork that will make them look professional. So let's just create a new document. I'm making a square canvas here, so I'm making that 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches, but you can do whatever you want there. And I'm gonna call this reflection. I don't know, is that the proper spelling? Let's just press enter. Alright, so for this I'm gonna create two. For this I'm just gonna use the tools I can find in Photoshop. I'm not gonna use any image. So let's add this square here. Alright, okay, so for some reason my square is not adding. Okay, let's just use that. Okay, good. I guess the last time I used Photoshop I didn't want okay, doesn't matter. Alright, so basically before I move on, let me just set a few things. Now if I decide to place my object here at this level, that means the ground is at this level. A good reflection will have a bit of a little space between the ground and the object. So let's say this is the ground, this first guideline, and this is that space we're gonna need. Now what you need to do with this shape and any kind of object you're using, whether you have a picture that you have cropped out that is transparent, or a picture with a transparent background, or even the image of a person, whatever, just this is the same technique. Now duplicate the same layer. Like you see now I have rectangle, one copy. Okay, so if this were, let's make, before we do that, let's put a gradient overlay on this, and there's a reason for that, just to get the idea of a top and a bottom, because right now we don't have any direction of a top and a bottom. I'm just going to return this to normal, and I'm going to make this 0. You know what, let's make that 90. Alright, 90. Good. So now we have the general idea of a top and a bottom, because whatever is going to have a reflection must have some sort of top and bottom part. Alright, now we duplicate this, and the first thing we're going to do is Ctrl T on that, or you simply come here to edit and free transform. That's fine. Now we right click that and we flip vertical. Now depending on what you're doing, sometimes you may have to flip vertical and at the same time flip horizontal. I don't know why my gradient on that is gone. Hold on, let me see if it's gonna come back. It's not back. I don't know why. That's fine. Okay, it's back now. So sometimes depending on what you have, you may have to flip vertical for it to turn upside down, and then you may have to still flip it horizontal just to get it in the proper direction. But right now I think flip vertical is enough for this. Hold on, I'm not gonna flip this vertical. Let me just flip this one vertical right back. Okay, so I'm gonna reverse my gradient on that one, because in reality, if you're using an image, then it's gonna have to look this way. Okay, good. So the next thing you want to do is add a layer mask to that. Some of you are probably wondering why I'm not using an image in this. Okay, it's because I went online and tried to get an image, but I just can't find something, the proper perspective that I needed. And I'm going to explain later why the perspective matters. So the next thing you need to do is look for a way to just erase some of this out, and to do that we can come here to our gradient tools. Basically you have a paint bucket and this other one, but this is the one you need, this gradient, and you want your gradient to be basic, so we want it to be this black and white. Good. So that it's got to be that, or this won't work. So what you want to do now is just draw a gradient here. I don't know if I'm drawing the right direction. Okay, good, I'm in the right direction. So you may want to start somewhere here, depending on how much of your gradient, your reflection you want. So like that. I'm just gonna hide my guides for now. There we go. So that's it, we created a reflection. Now we assume that we're looking at this frontally, or in some way we're looking up above. That's the only way you can get this kind of reflection right. If we're looking at, if the object had a perspective where you're looking at it from above, then this would not work. This way we've made the reflection would not work. So let me see if I can look for a way to explain that now. Okay, now so I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to try to bring an image here. Let's just place this link because we don't want our file to get big. Just going to bring in something I used before. Okay, even this generator plant will do. You know what? No, this won't do. I'm just going to remove that right now. I don't think I own the rights to that. Okay, so let's use this one. Yeah, I think I know the person who owns this image, and I don't think they'll mind much that I'm using it. Okay, so we could do a reflection on this one, but the problem we're gonna have is, notice how we can see the top of this image, and so it means that in the way, let me just draw something here. It means that our horizon is somewhere here on top, our horizon line is somewhere here at the top. Means the bottom is going to be somewhere here, true, but because our horizon line is here, that reflection has to go. Let me see if I can just make a quick drawing with a brush here. Hold on. Okay, so that reflection would have to, let me make it, would have to be somewhere like this. It would have to go in, down this way in this perspective, and I don't think we can create that right now. And look at the bottom of this object is already in a perspective too. So if we do that, let me just hide that layer. If we try to do the same one, and we just flip that, so, and we take that down, of course in the proper reflection. Hold on, let's bring that down vertically. Okay, there we go. So this is the problem. Let me flip it horizontal so things are aligned. But look at this bend here and this bend here. That's gonna be a problem, right? So for this type of an image, we can't use this style or this technique for that reflection. I made that mistake a lot while I was coming up as a Photoshop artist to myself, but the truth is this just doesn't work visually. It doesn't tie if I do this. Okay, so that's why we can't do this reflection. Alright, so that's why I've decided to do something really planar, really direct here to demonstrate this. Now if you're lucky enough to shoot your object directly this way, awesome, then you can do a reflection right. Now let's do one more reflection. let's create you know what, let's create a circle here. Let's do that on a separate layer, and let's give it that color. Let's fill it in. That was Alt backspace we used there. Okay, so let's put a gradient on that, and let's make it, let's make our gradients radius, and let's reverse that. No, we didn't have to reverse that actually. You know what, I think we're just gonna select something from the black and white. Basic, why is basic giving us that? That's funny. Okay, let's go to grays. Okay, so that's what, something like that I'm looking for. Okay, good. I wanted something that would give us a ball looking thing. Okay, so hold on, let me go back into that and just move that light up there. Oh, good. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this layer is to so I can keep the lights and everything the way it is, I'm gonna rasterize that layer. I'll rasterize the layer style and everything into it. Good. Now if we duplicate it, we're gonna get that way, and then I can just reflect it, flip it vertically, and that goes down. Good. So I think I'm gonna place it where we add from ground. Okay, so now I can use a layer mask in that, bring up my gradient tool, and still do a oh god, no, that's not it, and still do a proper reflection on that. Maybe too much, and in this case I think I need to get it a bit closer. There we go, somewhere there maybe. Okay, so again we've created a reflection of that. So this is the technique I want to demonstrate here. There's a workaround in creating reflection for objects like this one. Let me just hide this away, and I'm gonna come back with that in another video. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you've learned one or two things from this video. This was the first one we did. If you like this video, then click that thumbs up there, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with friends and family. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.